What's up, guys? This is my first ever trade review. So I posted a live execution yesterday, and what I will be doing from now on after I post a live execution is the next day I will go over the trade. And this is yesterday's live execution that I posted. As you can see, it's a short. Now, basically, what I'm going to do in this type of video is I will go over this trade and explain why I took it and what made me take it, so that way you guys can learn why I take certain trades, so you guys can learn to take them in the future by yourself. So let's get into it. Now you can see I'm here on the 1 minute because that's the time frame I took the trade on. Now I will go to the last 15-minute candle that it made before the trade. So you can see we have this buy side here. But the one thing I did notice is we are in a bearish fair value gap right here. And another thing that you can't see right now because we're in replay mode, but we had an SMT here. ES had taken out this high and we did not take it out on NQ. So we had a big SMT here on the higher time frame, which tells me that we want to go down. And then on the 15-minute, we as well were in a 15-minute fair value gap. So both of those are bearish. We had a bearish SMT and we are in a bearish fair value gap here. So now on the 1 minute, what I'm going to do when I have a bearish bias kind of is I want a pullback, because again, right, if we would have taken a trade here, we're already in discount. But as you can see, we come back up into this 15-minute fair value gap. And I see that we have this 1 minute fair value gap here. Now, if I check the 2 minute, there is no 2 minute fair value gap right there. There is, but it's very, very small. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take this 1 minute. As you can see right here, we get the inverse. Now, there is another thing that made me take this trade. This right here is a data low, and you can see the wick. We had news at 8:30. So this 8:30 candle is a news candle. And we have data low as well as these equal lows here. You can see with the indicator with these equal lows as well. So we had equal lows and data lows here. Turn this off. So I have the equal lows and the data lows. We also have a SMT on the higher time frame, and we are delivering from a 15-minute fair value gap. Now on the lower time frame for our setup, we have this inverse, or we have this liquidity sweep and this inverse, and then again we have the delivery on this 1 minute. So we have the lower time frame confluences and the higher time frame. So now what to target? You could target these equal lows, which is what I initially was going to target, but it was so far. So I targeted right here. You see it shows 2.18 R. I had it drawn like this. So for me, it showed 2.6 R, but I should have it drawn like that. So really 2.1 R, almost 2.2. You can target these equal lows if you want to. I was going to, but I decided to stick with these data lows just because I didn't know if we want to take this data low and then maybe come back up, or if we wanted to run everything all the way down to the equal lows. And I kind of just wanted to take my profit. So I entered in here with 2 contracts as a sell order. And my break-even point was right here, because that is the closest internal liquidity. And I did partials at 1 R right here. So what I did, I entered there. You can see, because I had it drawn out like this, a lot of people asked me, how did I not get stopped? I don't use a hard stop loss. You can see I didn't have this right here. I don't use a hard stop loss. Let me close that. I don't use hard stop loss. if this candle would have closed above this inversion fair value gap, basically inversing the inverse, then I would have closed my position manually. But we did not get that, and therefore I did not close my position. But you can see we come back up, and one thing I did notice here is we do have this fair value gap that we retraced to and we got delivery from. So this built even more confidence in this setup after I saw the way that this candle closed. You can see here we did kind of make this little swing low right there. And some people ask me, why didn't I move my stop to break even there? I feel like that's moving your stop loss to break even too early, because I have had a lot of setups that went break even because I moved them to break even so quickly. So I decided to just stick with my break even being right here and sticking to the setup I had drawn out. You see right there, stop loss at break even. So what I do to cover for commission and fees is I'll put it 1 point above. So right there, stop loss to break even, and I will close one. Oh, I put a sell. So let me redo that. Sorry about that. Full TP here. All right. And then boom, stop loss to break even. I put it 1 point above or below. Sorry, that would be below because it's a short. And I closed one there. Stop loss is now 1 point below break even. Cover for commissions. And here I felt like there's a chance that we get stopped out at break even. But you can see we have this fair value gap here that I was just hoping we kind of had delivery off of. And right here we get some delivery off this 1 minute. And then we take out this liquidity, which some people could have closed their position here, but I was going to stick with these data lows because I've seen data lows get hit so many times that I have conviction on this. And the one thing I didn't want for us to do was inverse this. I'm not going to lie. I didn't want us to inverse this little fair value gap here because that would be a sign of being bullish. But we don't, and then we go all the way through and take out these equal lows. So it didn't matter which one you wanted to target, but I didn't want to be extra risky. Kind of just wanted to take my trade to these data lows and be done for the day. So that's basically how the trade went. Targeted these data lows. We had an SMT on the higher time frame, which made me be bearish. Delivery from this 15-minute on the higher time frame, and went on the lower time frame, looked for my setup, and got my setup. Took it on the 1 minute, targeting these data lows or these equal lows, whichever one you wanted. And yeah, so this was basically a perfect setup. I feel like there's no more textbook than this. We had SMT delivery on the 15-minute, targeting data lows, equal lows. We had a liquidity sweep on the 1 minute, delivery on the 1 minute. Everything was perfect here. So nothing really too crazy. Just, literally a perfect setup. So I saw a lot of people actually take this in my Discord, and people caught this in my stream as well. So if you guys like this type of video, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment if you guys have any video suggestions. Join my Discord, and I'll see you guys later.